We've often heard in movies and TV shows pilots shouting Mayday, Mayday, Mayday in emergencies. So, what is the story behind this word Mayday and why do pilots use it? Let's find out. The term Mayday is used to indicate any distress or an emergency situation that the aircraft might be in. Before Mayday, the term SOS was also used, which means save our souls. But the term SOS was popularly used by ship captains to indicate an emergency situation. Because in a ship, the communication happened through Morse code, so it was very easy to send an SOS signal because 3 dots, 3 dashes, and then 3 dots again. But in case of an aircraft, the communication took place through radio. It was difficult for the ground officers to understand the meaning of the word SOS. So there was a need to think of a new word instead of SOS, and that is when the word Mayday was originated. The Mayday call sign originated in 1920s when a senior radio officer, Frederick Stanley Mockford, was asked to think of a word that could be easily understood by pilots and all the ground officers in case of an emergency situation. And he chose the word Mayday. The word Mayday quickly became popular across England and France, and by 1927, the US Air Force also officially adopted the word Mayday to indicate an emergency situation. Eventually, by 1947, many countries across the world started using Mayday as an official signal to indicate that there's an emergency. Mayday is used only in life-threatening situations, and some say that Mayday is probably the last words that the pilot will use on his aircraft. If at all there is an emergency, then the pilot shouts Mayday 3 times loudly. Along with it, he shares the name of his station, the aircraft's call sign and type, the weather conditions, the present location of the aircraft, the fuel remaining in the aircraft, and the direction in which the aircraft is heading. Now, all this information is important because in case the aircraft gets lost, then all this information is recorded in a report during the investigation so that in future, similar accidents can be prevented. If you found this video helpful, then hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so that you are notified whenever a new video comes up.